open play game in the Eredivisie, but I would like to see him contribute goals this season. Anyway, getting off track. If we sell Toby, we move on. And you know what? If it is to United, it's got to be on our terms. And if Jose is going to say, no, it's going to be on our terms, Martial's not being sold to a rival, then we don't sell to a rival. We got to figure it out. But if they're prepared to pay 75 mil, I don't think you can turn that down either.
That's also true, especially given the injury history. Couple of other things going on. Listen, football moves on, right? World Cup in a couple of weeks. So in a couple of weeks, we will have a World Cup preview. We'll detail all of the Tottenham Hotspur players that are with their international or national teams, rather, and the expectations from them and their squads. We'll make our picks, all that good stuff. But there's also a championship final today, Aston Villa and Fulham at Wembley. Chairs, I know you've got a little bit of a soft spot for Fulham, so I fully expect you to be kind of pulling for them, as will I. Are you looking forward to this one?
Yeah, I got to watch it on streaming on ESPN Plus because it's not on regular TV, but absolutely will be cheering for Fulham. We've got to remember, everyone, John Terry plays for Aston Villa. And this nonsense that came out that said if they go up, there is a clause, whether it's true or not, that he can sit out playing against Chelsea. Whoever signed or agreed to that needs their head sorted. If you can't go out there and play against your former club, and God forbid if you scored a goal, you are there to play for Aston Villa. You go out there and you do your damnedest regardless of who the opposition is. That is an absolute bottle job clause. And for that reason, John Terry, the owners of Aston Villa, they're cunts of the week.
And
I hope they get fucking hammered by Fulham. And I know everyone's out there, well, but if they don't go up, we'll get Sessegnon. You know what? I think that's bollocks as well. If they go up and if he wants, he can play with Fulham and run the risk of being at the bottom end of the table, or he can play in the Premier League and play in the Champions League at the same time. That's his choice.
Yeah, Real Madrid, Liverpool also later today, Tim. Liverpool, Real Madrid, who are you pulling for today? It's kind of a hard call.
It's not a hard call. This one's a no-brainer.
I think that was all sarcasm there, Ken.
Hala Madrid.
That's right. Bale, Modric, guys, do it. I have never seen... I think I saw this tweet yesterday, too, because I felt exactly the same way, so I wish I was the one that put it out. But there was a tweet yesterday saying, I've never seen an English team in a European final that so many England nationals are against Liverpool in this match. I think, is it just because of the fan base, Chairs?
Absolutely. I mean, they have been salty with us for a long time, but particularly since that Anfield game. Then they latched on to Kane and claiming the goal at Stoke from Eriksen. And then this week, when Kane got appointed England captain, my God, there were bigger rumblings and eruptions in the northwest of England than on the big island in Hawaii. And no disrespect to those poor folks there, but fuck Liverpool. They're cunts of the week as well. Good God.
Yeah, I mean, Henderson's not even guaranteed to start every match for England. Doesn't your captain need to actually be on the fucking pitch, Tim? Yes. I mean, seriously.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see how you can captain from the bench.
And Kane's work ethic and what he... I mean, he's the face of English soccer right now. This is a no-brainer. Southgate made the right call. You've got to change something up. What you've done in the past obviously hasn't worked. And if you need somebody that has the work rate of Kane, and it wasn't going to be Vardy, and no disrespect to Vardy, but he's not Harry Kane. But that partnership up front and the midfield is going to be vital to the success of their World Cup run. And there's no better leader if he can stay healthy. Ankles, given the problems that he's had the last couple of years here and there, that Kane should not be captain. I think this was an absolute no-brainer because Henderson's not going to start in the midfield.
The only splitting hairs comment would be, and I don't want to sound like a hypocrite because I've always said that your captain should be leading from the midfield and preferably from the anchor of the midfield. So that kind of shoots holes in my lily white tinted glasses opinion of Kane being the captain.
Yeah.
But I think, Kane, when he's captain for us, it doesn't always work out. So there is that possibility of there being that shaky ground. But I think captaining England, where, it's not your club mates, has a slightly different perspective on it. And our midfield, England's midfield it will change every single game, and you don't have that, Perryman character that leads from the back in the England squad. There just isn't that veteran leadership, and Kane is still young. But I think this is the poster child of the England national team. This is our hero. And like Bobby Moore, I think that this is where he can make an impact. And the other interesting thing, when they did on the Phenom show last night, they did 2 episodes on Fox. They did attackers and defenders. And in the attacker show, they did a lot of attention on Delhi. But I had no clue that Southgate took the whole England squad on commando drills with the Royal Marines. And, you talk about some team bonding exercises. That's some serious stuff. And those guys were put through the ringers by those commandos. So that was pretty cool to see. And you know what? I'm hoping the camaraderie of this England squad absolutely surprises everyone who just expects them to go out there and be like every other England team and fail. And that's what really gets me. And I'm guilty of it at times, of thinking, oh, here we go again. But get behind the team for once, support the team regardless of the decisions that Southgate makes, and maybe they'll actually get out of the group stages with some absolute flourish and beat everyone and get to the semis again, where anything can happen. We've done it back in the 90s. It seems like an eon ago. And I tell you, there was no better time to be an Englishman and proud of the England football team than back in those days. And semi-final heartbreak twice to the Germans. Bring them on. Bring on the Germans.
2 weeks, we'll have that show, World Cup preview. Tim, any last thoughts before we get out of here?
Got nothing. Go see
Simon?
Solo. It was great.
Chewbacca movie. Simon?
So a couple of things real quick, because I think, didn't Keith ask a question about...
yeah, he did, about Ozzy and how much
Aussie influence. Yeah,
Keith Nicholson.
I think there would have been a word in his ear, but Poch is his own man and he's got his own agenda, and I'm sure maybe 0.5% of anything Ozzy would say would influence him, because I think they're very good friends apart from just being compatriots. So not saying that it's all down to Ozzy, but we'll give him some credit there. And then I think we have to add another cunt of the week, and that's Neil Ashton, the son.
My God.
What a knobhead.
Poch to Chelsea, Poch to Chelsea, Poch to Chelsea.
And it's funny, because I think I went and retweeted his Twitter page that late in the day of the announcement. He hadn't said anything for 3 or 4 days. I haven't been back to check, but he's got to be in hiding. What an absolute arse clown.
Yeah, absolutely. Timmy, I've got nothing. So, and you're done. Off the box. Timmy, I've got nothing. So if you want to get me out of here, my friend, let's get it.
Yep, that will do it for us here at the Stars and Stripes. As always, thank you for tuning in, all you Lily Whites.
And for the rest of you lot, be kind to one another, as always, unless the other guy's wearing red.
And come from Liverpool. Wankers.